15 ways to boost your focus. Learn from Victor Hugo. Okay, so have you ever heard of Victor Hugo? Yeah, the dude who wrote Les Miserables. He was like a productivity machine. Seriously, the guy was churning out novels while dealing with the craziest life drama. I mean, talk about focus goals, am I right? So in this video, I'm going to be sharing 15 tips inspired by Victor Hugo himself to help you actually focus in this crazy, distracting world. We're going to be talking about everything from banishing your phone to channeling your inner Zen master. So grab your coffee, get comfy, and let's get ready to focus. First things first, we gotta identify those pesky distractions. What's actually pulling you away from your work? Is it your phone blowing up with notifications? Or maybe it's just the overwhelming mess on your desk? Whatever it is, we gotta name it to tame it, you know? Sometimes it can be deeper than just a messy desk, right? We've all been there. Maybe you're feeling super overwhelmed or just mentally drained. That's totally valid. It's important to acknowledge those feelings and actually address them. Taking a break, talking to someone, or even just doing some breathing exercises can make a world of difference. Okay, so now that we've identified those distractions, it's time to banish them. And let's be real, a cluttered space equals a cluttered mind. So let's channel our inner Marie Kondo and get this situation organized. This is the fun part though. You can finally buy those cute organizers you've been eyeing, or finally invest in a label maker. And trust me, there's something so satisfying about seeing everything in its place. It's like an instant mood booster. Plus, a clean workspace just makes it so much easier to focus. No more digging through piles of papers or wondering where you left your favorite pen. Okay, but who wants to work in a boring, sterile environment? Not me. Your workspace should be a reflection of you, or at least the vibe you want to channel while you're working. So let's inject some personality into this space. Add some plants, hang up some cool art prints, or even just light your favorite candle. Make it a space that you actually enjoy spending time in, you know? And don't be afraid to switch things up every now and then. Maybe you're feeling a minimalist vibe one week, and then you're all about the bohemian vibes the next. Just have fun with it. Chapter 4, Train Your Brain. Okay, so our workspace is looking good, but what about our actual brain? We gotta make sure that's in tip-top shape too, right? Think of it like going to the mental gym. Just like we exercise our bodies, we gotta exercise our brains too. And no, I'm not talking about intense calculus problems or anything. There are actually really fun ways to give your brain a workout. Puzzles, brain teasers, even just learning a new skill. All of these things can help improve your focus and cognitive function. Chapter 5. Avoid multitasking. Okay, I know, we live in a world that glorifies multitasking. But honestly, it's the ultimate productivity killer. Our brains just aren't wired to focus on multiple things at once. It's like trying to juggle chainsaws while riding a unicycle. You might be able to do it for a hot second, but you're probably gonna crash and burn eventually. So, let's ditch the multitasking myth and embrace the power of single tasking. Focus on one task at a time. Give it your full attention and then move on to the next thing. Trust me, your brain will thank you for it. Chapter 6. Take regular breaks. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Emma, you just told me to focus on one task at a time. Now you're telling me to take breaks? But hear me out, okay? Our brains are amazing machines, but even machines need a break every now and then, right? Trying to power through without taking breaks is like driving a car with a sputtering engine. You might eventually get to your destination, but it's going to be a bumpy, stressful ride. So, instead of pushing yourself to the point of burnout, schedule in regular breaks throughout the day. Okay, so we've talked about external distractions and all that jazz, but what about those pesky internal distractions? You know, those random thoughts that pop into your head when you're trying to focus. That's where mindfulness comes in. Mindfulness is all about being present in the moment and quieting those racing thoughts. It's like hitting the pause button on your mind and just chilling out for a sec. And the best part is, there are tons of different ways to practice mindfulness. You can meditate, do some deep breathing exercises, or even just take a few minutes to really focus on your senses. Okay, let's get real for a sec. It's pretty hard to focus when you don't even know what you're working towards, right? It's like trying to navigate a maze without a map. You're just wandering around aimlessly, hoping you'll stumble upon the exit. So, before you even think about diving into your work, take some time to set clear, specific goals. What do you want to accomplish? What are the steps you need to take to get there? Having a clear roadmap will not only help you stay focused, but it'll also make you feel super motivated and accomplished as you check things off your list. Okay, so you've got your goals set, but now you're staring at your to-do list like, where do I even start? Don't worry, we've all been there. The key is to prioritize, prioritize, prioritize. Not all tasks are created equal, right? Some are super urgent and important, while others can probably wait till later. So before you get bogged down in the minutia, take a few minutes to rank your tasks in order of importance. Chapter 10. Limit digital distractions. Let's be real, our phones are basically like little black holes of distraction. 1 minute you're checking your email, and the next thing you know, you're 3 hours deep into TikTok, wondering where the time went. It's scary how good they are at sucking us in. But don't worry, there are ways to fight back. First things first, turn off those pesky notifications. Seriously, do it right now. Those little red bubbles are like tiny dopamine hits that keep us coming back for more. And once you've silenced those bad boys, try to be more mindful of how often you're checking your phone. Chapter 11. Stay hydrated. Okay, this one might seem kind of random, but trust me on this. Dehydration can actually make it super hard to focus. Think about it. Our brains are like 80% water, right? So when we're dehydrated, our brains are basically like, dude, I can't even right now. So make sure you're sipping on water throughout the day. Get yourself a cute reusable water bottle and maybe even set reminders on your phone to drink up. Chapter 12. Get enough sleep. Okay, I know, you've heard it a million times before. But seriously, getting enough sleep is like the ultimate productivity hack. When we're sleep deprived, our brains are basically running on fumes. We're groggy, we can't focus, and we make dumb mistakes. It's like trying to run a marathon after pulling an all-nighter. Not a good look. So make sleep a priority. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Emma, you're telling me to work out? I'm just trying to focus on finishing this one task. But hear me out. Exercise isn't just good for our bodies, it's amazing for our brains too. When we exercise, our brains release all these feel-good chemicals that can boost our mood, improve our focus, and reduce stress. It's like a natural energy drink for your brain. And you don't have to run a marathon or anything. Even just a quick walk around the block can make a world of difference. You know the saying, you are what you eat? Well, it's true. The foods we fuel our bodies with can have a huge impact on our energy levels, our mood, and yes, even our focus. Think of it this way. If you're constantly filling your body with junk food and sugary drinks, your brain is going to be like, dude, what are you doing to me? But if you're nourishing your body with whole, nutritious foods, your brain is going to be like, yes, sis, let's do this. So make sure you're eating plenty of fruits, veggies, lean proteins, and healthy fats. Okay, last but not least, let's talk about the power of routine. Our brains thrive on routine. When we have a consistent schedule, our brains know what to expect, which frees up mental energy for other tasks. It's like having a personal assistant for your brain. So try to create a daily routine that works for you and stick to it as much as possible. This could include things like waking up and going to bed at the same time each day, scheduling in specific work blocks, and even just having a consistent morning routine. So to conclude, by integrating these practices into your everyday life, you'll not just move past distraction, but also work towards increasing your focus, thus leading to a more productive and satisfying workday. Remember, like Victor Hugo, you too can conquer your to-do list and achieve amazing things, one focused task at a time. It's all about finding what works for you and being kind to yourself along the way. Till next time, this is Eskemoz, your buddy for exploring interesting life hacks and effective strategies.